I welcome you all for the Digi Learning program by Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. Today's topic is on Cayley-Hamilton theorem and problems based on it. This is in continuation with the last video, Cayley-Hamilton theorem, how to find the inverse power of a given matrix using the theorem. So once again we'll have a recap of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem statement. It states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation, is it not? Now we'll move on with today's video, how to calculate the inverse, of a given matrix and nth power of a given matrix using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Am I right? We'll take up a 3 by 3 matrix, verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and also find A inverse and A power 4. The given matrix is 1 0 minus 2 2 2 4 and 0 0 2. First we'll find the characteristic equation for a 3 by 3 matrix. Lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus s3 equal to 0. S1 is called the trace. Trace is nothing but the sum of the leading diagonal elements. Am I right? So what about the leading diagonal elements here? 1 plus 2 plus 2. So here S1 is 1 plus 2 plus 2 will give you 5. S2 is nothing but the sum of the minors of leading diagonal element. S2 is nothing but the sum of the minors of, remember, minors are the leading diagonal elements. So what about the minor for this element? For this element we have to take the minor. Am I right? So what is the minor of 1? The minor of 1 is 2 4 0 2. So minor is calculated as leave this row, leave this column. What is the minor of 2? Minor of this element. Minor of this element is leave this row, leave this column. So it will become 1 minus 2 0 2. Okay. Then next one, minor of the last element. What is this element minor? Leave this row, leave this column. So it will become 1 0 2 2. We'll check out the answer here. See, 1 0 2 2. Am I right? 1 0 2 2 plus 2 4 0 2 2 4 0 2. Then 1 0 2 2 1 0 2 2. Am I right? So this gives you 2 minus 0, which is 2. Then 2 2s are 4 minus 0, which will give you 4. Then 2 minus 0 will give you 2. Finally S2 ends with 8. S3 as usual, it is nothing but determinant of the given matrix A. So expand the A matrix, the determinant will give you the value as 4. So the characteristic equation of a given matrix is lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda. Am I right? Lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus s3 equal to 0. So s1 value is 5. Okay. S2 value is 8. S3 value is 4. So the statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem states that it satisfies the characteristic equation. So lambda cube minus 5a square plus 8a minus 4i equal to 0. For this to be verified, we require the following values. A is given, so we have to calculate a square, we have to calculate a cube. So first let us move on to a square calculation. A square is nothing but a into a. Am I right? A into a. Take the first row, multiply with the first column. Am I right? Then take the first row, multiply with the second column. First row gets multiplied with the third column. Similar way, take the second row and the third row, multiply with the respective columns. That will give you 1 plus 0 plus 0, all zeros, minus 2 plus 0 minus 4, then here 2 plus 4 plus 0, 0 plus 4 plus 0, minus 4 plus 8 plus 8, then 0 plus 0 plus 0, all zeros again, 0 plus 0 plus 4. Finally it gives you 1, 0, minus 6, 6, 4, 12, 0, 0, 4. Okay, this is the value for a square. Now we'll go in for a cube calculation, which is nothing but a square into a. So we know a square value, we know a value. Now multiply, that will give you, so take the row, multiply with the column, that will give you 1 into 1, 1, plus 0 into 2, 0, then minus 6 into 0, 0. Okay, then take the first row, multiply with the second column, 1 into 0, 0, plus 0 into 2, 0, plus minus 6 into 0, 0. Okay, then take the first row, multiply with the last column. So 1 is multiplied with minus 2, which will give you minus 2. Then 0 is multiplied with 4, which will give you 0. Minus 6 is multiplied with 2, which will give you 12. Minus 6 into 2, 12. The same way, take the second row, multiply with the first column. So 6 into 1, 6, 4 into 2, 8, 12 into 0, 0. Next, take the second row, multiply with the second column, 6 into 0, 0, 4 into 2, 8, plus 12 into 0, 0. Then take the second row, multiply with the third column, minus 12, then plus 16, then 12 into 2, 24. Same way, take the third row, multiply with the columns. So 0 into 1, 0, 0 into 2, 0, 4 into 0, 0. Next it will become 0. Take the third row, multiply with the second column. Am I right? Multiply with the second column. So 0 into 0, plus 0 into 2, 0, plus 4 into 0, 0. Then take the third row, multiply with the last column. Am I right? So 0 into minus 2, 0, 0 into 4, 0, then 4 into 2, 8. So finally it becomes 1, 0, then this will become minus 14. Then here it becomes 14, here it becomes 8, here it becomes 28. Am I right? Then here it is 0, then 0, then 8. Am I right? Check for the value a cube. 1, 0, minus 14, 14, 8, 28, and 0, 0, 8. Is that not the same value? Okay. So having got a square and a cube, we'll substitute in the characteristic equation and we'll see whether Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. So a cube value minus 5 into a square value. This is a cube value, is it not? This is a cube value, and this is our a square value, and this is our a value, and this is our identity matrix. Okay, so a cube value, write it as it is, minus 5 into a square value plus 8 into this expression a minus 4 into I. Now, so this becomes first element as it is. Now when an element is multiplied with a matrix, each and every element of the matrix will get multiplied with that element. So it will become minus 5. So shall we write the expression? First one is 1, 0, minus 14, then 14, 8, 28, then 0, 0, 8, then plus minus 5 into 1 will become minus 5, minus 5 into 0, minus 5 into 6 will become 30. Then this will become minus 30, then this will become minus 20, and this will become minus 60. Okay, 0, 0, and this is minus 20. Then next one is plus 8 ones are 8. 8 is multiplied with all elements. 8 0 0, 8 2s 16. Then here 16, 16, 8 4s are 32. 8 is multiplied with each element here. So 0, 0, 8 2s are 16. Then next one is plus 4 into minus 4 into this value. So it will become minus 4 into 1, minus 4 into 0, here 0, minus 4, here 0, 0, 0, minus 4. Now check whether you are getting 0 in all elements. So 1 minus 5, 1, 1 minus 5 plus 8 minus 4, which will become 0. Am I right? Then next one, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, which will become 0. Next, add all the elements. Then minus 14, see, minus 14 plus 30, which will become 16. 16 minus 16 will become 0. Then 14 minus 30 plus 16 plus 0. So it will become 0 here. Then 8 minus 20, 8 minus 20 will become minus 12. Minus 12 plus 16, it will become 4. 4 minus 4, 0. Same way, 28 minus 60 plus 32. 60 minus 60 will give you 0. So here 0 plus 0 plus 0, all elements 0. Then 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 will give you 0. Then 8 minus 20 minus 12, minus 12 plus 16 will give you 4. 4 minus 4 will become 0. Hence Cayley-Hamilton theorem is verified. How to find A inverse? So multiply both sides by A inverse. We get A inverse is equal to 1 by 4 of A cube minus 5A square plus A. So you know all the values. A cube is available with you, A square also available with you, A is also available with you. Now multiply each and every element, simplify, add the respective elements of the matrices, which will give you 1 by 4 of 4 0 0 0 4 0 0 0 4. Finally ends with a unit matrix. Am I right? So how to find A inverse? Just keep A inverse in one side, the remaining quantities or unwanted expression take it to the other side and substitute the respective values, which will automatically give you the required expression. Is it not easy? Cayley-Hamilton theorem is a very easy topic and you can easily score marks in that topic. Thank you, students.